Hi, this is Melissa Gretzi, and in this interview with Jennet Doman, we're going to get an idea of how the Doman advantage works.
The question is, what are the periods of life where we learn fastest, when the brain is actually growing? And the brain is growing dramatically. We know this from conception to age 6. You can tell this from the growth of the head. Between birth and when the baby is born, the head goes from 0 to 35 centimeters. Between birth and 2.5, the baby will add another 15 centimeters. But between 2.5 years and the rest of your life, you'll only add another 5 centimeters. So it gives you an idea anatomically about brain growth. Well, it turns out in this period, the child's ability to take in raw data, facts, is incredible, and it will never be equaled. Now, if we give him the opportunity to have information, if we give him stimulation and opportunity during that period, then his ability to learn throughout life will be greatly and significantly enhanced.
So Janet, if I understand correctly, there's a way in which we can help a baby learn how to read, but it doesn't actually start with letters. The first thing we want to do is to develop them visually in their visual pathways. We would start with something simple like this, just a black circle on a white background.
Yes, because when the baby's born, he's actually functionally blind. I don't think people realize that. The baby really, at best, sees outline. So we're going to stimulate, we're going to take that ability he has and make it stronger and more consistent by showing him a simple outline image of the circle. After we've done that, we're going to come back with the exact same image, but we're going to put some detail in that image. So he begins to say there's something else there. Just as he gets comfortable with that, we say, oh, look again, there's more to life than just black circles. Then we'll go from this black on white image to introducing color. And now we have an image a little bit more sophisticated. We've put a big, heavy outline around that apple to make it easier for his visual pathway, because everything here we're doing is to say to the baby, it's easy to see. Turn on your vision. Look, there's something easy to see. There's something beautiful and attractive and fun. We can even at this stage introduce to the baby the smell of the apple or a little taste. Not so much that we influence his nutrition because he's only a baby, but just the taste of the apple. We may even have an actual apple there and let him feel what that apple feels like. We're going to use all 5 pathways into the brain to say this is what we call an apple. We may even introduce, again, black on white, not really as a reading program, but as visual stimulation, to say here is another way of putting apple into the brain. And because we're using all 5 pathways, because we are honoring that visual pathway and that auditory pathway by being loud and clear and repeated, those pathways literally grow by use. They grow by use. So the baby, instead of seeing mother's face and responding at 3.5 or 4 months, our baby may be seeing mom's face by 3 weeks or 4 weeks.
This is how we start with teaching the baby to read. Parents use large white cards approximately 6 inches by 22 inches, and on these cards we write words in red ink. The words should be around 3 inches high. We start with single words like family or dog, and eventually move to couplets and sentences.
I like to eat peaches. I love my mother. Sleeping on the floor. Jumping on the bed. Guess what? Your baby will know how to read this before they can jump on the bed.